I am so excited. 10K day. Let's talk about a 10K fucking day. Okay, let me tell you what happened yesterday. So excited to see you guys here. Hi, say hello in the chat box if you're here. Let me know what's going down. Let's get down to clown. Today, we're gonna talk about a 10K day. So I'm gonna tell you what happened to me yesterday. I was sitting in my kitchen. Hi guys, I love seeing you here. I was sitting in my kitchen and I was sipping coffee, music was playing and the sun was coming through a window, and I just casually said out loud, today's gonna be a 10K day. That's all I said. There was no attachment, there was no desperation, there was no pushing. Honestly, it was more of just like a, hey, I'm just gonna put that out there into the universe and just see what happens. And it was just like this kind of knowing, not the kind of knowing that happens when you've built an entire body of work that doesn't just sit pretty on a sales page, but it breathes for you. It sells while you live. So as I'm heading to the studio, I'm not obsessing over the number. I'm just moving in my lane. Normal morning, private call, make a few pieces of content for TikTok and Instagram, message a few people, and then boom, all of a sudden, before noon, $2,500 in sales drops into my inbox. And I'm like, okay. Then my membership hits. Some mastermind payments roll in, another 2K. And then I'm sitting down, I'm penetrating people, you know, some of my best clients. I only tattoo 6 days a month. So when I'm here, I'm so excited to be here. But end of day, I didn't hit the 10K day, but I hit 8,500 effortlessly. So why am I telling you this? Absolutely to fucking flex. Absolutely to fucking flex. But because so many of you are asking, why am I not getting more clients? Why does it feel like I'm always so close but still not there? Why aren't people buying when I know my offer is that fucking good? And the one thing I want to tell you is that it's not your offer or your content or your consistency, it's your body. Your body is hijacking your business, and no one is talking about this. So this is the high level nuance of expansion no one teaches you in business school or in business or in content. Your mind says, I want 100K months. I'm ready to scale. I'm here to play big, but your body, it flinches. A subtle sensation, a lump in the throat, a tightness in the chest, maybe even like a freeze. Right? And because most people were never taught how to read the language of their body, their brain interprets that neutral signal as danger. How many of you have felt that? Drop a fire emoji in the comments. How many of you have felt the signal of danger? We're not ready. We can't hold this. This doesn't feel safe. And boom, you're back in contraction. Not because your strategy doesn't work, but because your system hasn't been trained to experience discomfort of expansion differently. So the big thing nobody wants to tell you, and I want to really be clear, safe is not the goal. Your chaos is your moneymaker. This isn't about chasing safety, scaling to big money, to big visibility, to big power. It's not safe. It's edgy. It's electric. It's deeply activated. So this isn't about trying to feel safe inside expansion. It's about building the capacity to feel all of it without making it mean something is wrong with you or with what's happening. This is where true psychosomatic leadership and power comes in, where you meet the discomfort without merging with it, where you expand without betraying or abandoning yourself, because what most people call a money block is really just a nervous system contraction. So what people are really addicted to is feeling safe, and yet they want change. Whereas high-level entrepreneurs who are here for big money moves, you already know, you're like, okay, I feel the contraction. How can I move through this? So I'm gonna tell you, this is the power of what I call unmerging. When you're trained in psychosomatics, which by the way, going to the quantum is open, so comment G2Q, GTQ, or G2Q, whichever your preference, to get in now. Because when you're trained in this, you stop letting fear run the show. You pause, you notice the discomfort, you name it. This is a part of me that's afraid to lose it. This is the exiled self who doesn't think she's worthy of holding this. This is the girl who used to have to perform for love. And instead of being her, you hold her, you lead her, you move her. That is power. When you emerge with the parts of yourself that are trying to take the wheel, which then becomes the identity that's now driving the bus, instead of the 100K identity that you said, hey, I'm gonna be in today, then all of a sudden you come back home. Welcome. And why this matters for sales and messaging, this isn't just spiritual self-help here. This is the actual skill that makes your content convert. Like, you want more clients, you want your content convert, you want your messaging to be like to hit the nervous system. You want people to say, fuck yes, take my money. When you understand your shadows, you can speak to your audience's shadows with accuracy. When your posts don't just educate, they awaken. Your clients don't just scroll, they feel themselves in your work. Right? This is the skill. See, scaling in life and scaling in business are braided together. Scaling in business is actually the somatic practice to scaling to big money. So they feel themselves, your people feel themselves in your work. This is selling from the soma. This is cash magnet messaging. This is when your energy becomes the strategy, your presence becomes the pitch, your body becomes the fucking CTA. All of this lives inside of going to the quantum. This is where I teach the $1 million self-scaling method. Self in all caps, because the self. This is so much deeper than identity work, than nervous system work. You want those things to 10x, you want to truly stay in the level of standard of someone who makes 7 figures every fucking year and grows and grows and grows. This is the real work, the self work, where we train your system to hold power, money, visibility, chaos without glitching or burning out, because you don't need another plan. You need the capacity to execute the one you already have. Because if you've ever said, I know what I want, but it's not landing. Tell me how many of you said this. Put a fire emoji in the chat box. I know what I want, but it's not landing. I know what I want. I'm stepping into this identity. And then you try to force the identity onto the parts of you who don't trust you because you've never given them a voice, because you've exiled them thinking that they are bad or wrong, or you don't want to feel it. So you say, I know what I want, but it's not landing. I'm sure your parts will know why it doesn't land. It's not your clarity, or it's your congruence. It's the merge, it's the integration. You can have the perfect offer, the best brand, the most iconic aesthetic, but if your body still contracts in expansion, your content will absolutely not land. It will not convert. Your business won't scale. Your clients won't come. This is the invisible bottleneck that no one teaches, because it's what I live, but it's what I live and it's what I teach. So if this is landing for you, you already know, your system already knows what it wants to do. So going to the quantum is open. Early bird ends August 31st. First 5 women get a 50 one-to-one call with me who feel like they want to sign up today. Comment G2Q or GTQ. You will get the link, you will learn, and you can apply. Where we go into the shadow, the soma, the self, and you walk away making 10K from a single day. This isn't about pushing harder, it's about becoming the woman who never needed to perform to begin with. It's about emerging with the parts of you who keep taking the wheel even though you're like, I don't understand why this is happening. When we take radical responsibility, we take back our power. And that power is resonance, and it can be felt through an IG Live. This is selling from the soma. This is the audacity method. This is going to the quantum. And this is your son, not that you needed one. So drop GTQ in the comments or DM me and let's fucking rage. I'll see you guys in there.